Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Morales and this is my career presentation. In this presentation, we will be talking about what a social worker is and the things you need to know if you are interested in this career. Basically, the goals of a social worker, the educational and professional requirements, the skills required, and some challenges they faced. I interviewed Miss Jacqueline Arroyo. She currently works for La Clínica de Familia and she's been working there for 5 years. I will also be including in this presentation a complex case that she wanted to share in this presentation. Ms. Arroyo's path started in wanting to become a social worker. She obtained her bachelor's of social work at the age of 23 and her master's of social work at the age of 27. She first began her social work career in working as a family care coordinator for early intervention with children ages 0 to 3. Then she moved into being a treatment coordinator working for treatment foster care children who have high-risk behaviors, ages 4 to 18. She also worked as a caseworker for the Comprehensive Community Support Services program. Once she received her master's, she moved on to working as a children's outpatient therapist for children and teens ages 4 to 18. Now, she currently works as an integrated behavioral health school therapist provider as a licensed master social worker. According to Ms. Arroyo, to become a social worker, you have to ensure that you pursue your degree in social work from an accredited college. It requires you to take your basics first and once completed applying to the social work program in order to continue with your social work degree courses. Once you have been accepted into the social work program and continue with the courses, you will need to complete an internship with a specific number of hours to complete in order for your practicum to be valid, which is required to graduate with your social work degree. Once all courses are completed and internship hours done for your practicum are also done, then you can receive your Bachelor of Social Work. If you wish to continue into graduate school, similar steps are in place for your Master of Social Work. Along these years in school and the internship, you take so many different trainings because social work has so many areas you can focus in. She also shares that the most rewarding aspect of being a social worker is that you see the impact you make with the people you are working with, no matter how big or how small. The reason she became a social worker was to be a voice for others, advocate for others, and to empower others to become the best version of themselves through healing. So when she gets to see the population she works with, which is children and teens, leave her office or services with proper use of coping skills, confidence, self-love, self-regulation, identifying their triggers, speaking up for themselves, and processing their life experiences, she is overjoyed. She says, I get to be a part of the change I want to see in the world, and to me, there is nothing better than that. complex case that Ms. Arroyo wanted me to share in this presentation, I will be reading what she told me. A complex case I have managed has involved a case in which an 8-year-old child disclosed he had experienced sexual abuse by father and father's girlfriend while him and his siblings had gone to visit them. During this time, parents were going through a difficult divorce, and after some time, the court had granted visits with father after mother had been denying father visits, in which once visits started, the sexual abuse began happening. My patient did not disclose abuse until 6 months after visitation started. This meant reporting the sexual abuse, disclosing to mother everything that the child had shared, and starting to work with child and trauma he experienced. My primary goal as his therapist was to use a trauma-focused approach in his treatment to process the abuse, anger, and work on his aggressive acting out behaviors due to the trauma. I approached this case with a lot of care, delicateness, compassion, validation, and self-regulation, as it was a very difficult case to go through. Advice that Ms. Arroyo gives to someone who is pursuing social work is to learn your boundaries, how to self-regulate, and know when to ask for help. Even though social work can be a very rewarding career, it can be very overwhelming. Social workers work with individuals who are often going through crisis either mentally or physically. It may require high caseloads with high needs and often very fast-paced. Therefore, if you do not fully prepare yourself, it can become very overwhelming and draining depending on the area you work in.